Yo, 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 yo. What is going on? Back for another podcast. It has been so long again. Really got to do better with spacing this time out. Try to let this time just go back and forth and whatnot, because there are certain weeks where it's not a lot happening, and then there's weeks where it's just booming left and right, left and right. But we're back here again for another NBA Flunkies podcast. This is your host, commissioner of the league, head honcho of the league, El Capitan.
All right now.
The great one, the chosen one, the only one, the greatest one,
Somebody cut his mic, bro.
RJ.
Wait, hold on. Were you introducing old goat?
No, I was introducing myself, the commissioner, the GOAT, not Lil Mickey, not Lil Disney, Lil Snitch, Lil MVP, Lil Mickey, Lil Investigator, Lil Karen, Lil Traitor, Lil Traitor, like the whole
So we're
thing.
still talking about LeBron, right?
Oh, now we're
what
talking
the
about
commission's
LeBron.
basically saying he's a self-aggrandizing, because he's so bad at what he does. But continue.
Let me lead it up. Hey, bro, it's the NBA Flunkies podcast, bro. We back.
We
One
back
more time. One more again.
once again.
Another one.
I'm here with good old commish, man. LA Ron.
Amen.
And I'm here with See His Way of the Valley Boys. It's your boy Keyshawn from the Alpha Land Knicks. We back.
We're back at it with one more, hopefully with one more podcast. And we just had Tim slip in here. Tim Halliger.
Too Cool Crew.
I'm not even sure if y'all can even hear those effects right now.
No, we can't. No,
Okay. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to patch you guys in. But it's all good. It's all good. We're gonna get right into it, man. It's a lot to discuss. The Grizzlies just had their winning streak snapped, but I mean, boy, the Grizzlies is definitely one of my favorite teams to watch right now. I mean, just the sheer grit, the personality, the youth that they play with, and the fire and energy that they have, and just the overall, they enjoy playing with each other. And that's something that I see with the Suns, the Charlotte Hornets, and the Warriors as well. I throw them up there. It's so much fun watching teams like that, but watching the Grizzlies just beat and dominate, like they, I think in that win streak they beat the Warriors, they beat the Lakers. I think they beat the Trailblazers as well. And I'm not sure if they beat I don't think they played the Nets in that time span. But what do you guys think of Ja Morant? Like, what do you think of them, the Grizzlies? And I love Ja Morant. I actually drafted him this year, of which you can't tell, because I traded him a while ago, like 2 months ago. And I traded him to where he should have rightfully been at in the first place. Over with Aaron Morris of the Big Bird Ballers, 2020 NBA Flunkies champ. But what do you guys think? And I have some highlights that'll play as we are going through this. But what are y'all opinions of the Grizzlies? Are they title contenders? Where do y'all have them right now?
To me, the Memphis Grizzlies right now, I don't have them as title contenders because I feel like as they get deeper into the West, if they were to go to the playoffs, make the playoffs, I think they could get out of the first round, possibly. But I think you're going to need a little bit more on that roster to be able to make a deeper push. I like what they have. To be honest, looking at them, they remind me of that playoff, that bubble Heat team. Like, you saw them go to work. It was kind of hard to root against them because, if you're a true lover of basketball, you love watching the team get together, play hard from buzzer to buzzer.
Right.
But at that point in time, it's hard to root against them. They're young, they're exciting. They're literally just a few pieces away, I believe, truly from being into like that strong playoff, like deep playoff run contention. I don't think finals, but if you add a couple pieces to this roster, they could contend for a conference final appearance.
I mean, I can pretty much get with that. I think I can. I mean, I personally, I think the team they have now can probably get to the Western Conference Finals. Like, if we're being completely honest, if the Lakers continue going how they're going, the Nuggets, the Nuggets team doesn't have much like going on.
Oh,
Like,
I mean,
the Suns are a competitive team, but like, how many competitive teams really are there that the Grizzlies can't compete with in a 7-game series?
I can agree with that because we've seen throughout this streak they have beaten the Nets, they beaten the Lakers, they beaten the Nuggets, they beaten the Warriors twice, I think. Yeah, they're tough. They're legit, bro. Like every time I want to doubt them, they come by and beat this team. And you also have to take into account. I kind of disagree with what you said, Keyshawn, because what do they need? Like you're saying they're not ready, but I'm like, if you're looking at teams around the league, I would say Memphis matched up well with them because they have a lot of good players. Like even when John Morant went out for like those 3 to 6 weeks or that whole month, they went 9-3.
Well, and I'm not discrediting that. I just believe like overall, I think the bench needs just like maybe 1 or 2 more pieces or something like that. Really, that's all
in the league, in the NBA to get those pieces. Because a lot of title contenders need 2 or 3 more pieces if we're keeping honest.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I think that's the only thing that separates them from me. Realistically, I believe realistically, if Memphis, gets to the playoffs, I think they can go into the second round. To me, it depends on who they run up against. Because, like, if you run into Phoenix, do I think you can contend with Phoenix? Yeah. Do I think that series goes to 6-7? More than likely, because I think with how Memphis plays, that they'll be able to last. It just to me,
I don't
has
know.
the answer for them.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Suns. Cool. I think the Suns could probably destroy the Memphis Grizzlies. Like to me, it just depends on Jaren Jackson Jr. Like how he, because I would assume, Steven Adams would probably have to guard DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah,
I guess like if DeAndre Ayton plays how he played last year, I don't think it's that many teams that are stopping the Suns again anyway.
I mean, yeah, I would say that's probably the worst matchup for the Grizzlies, but thankfully they may not have to run into them until
until the
second or third.
Yeah.
Or second or third round. But you have to see, like, even if DeAndre Ayton isn't playing well, JaVale McGee, Jalen Smith, bro, they have last year what made the Suns lose was because they didn't have that height after Ayton. After Giannis killed Ayton, bro, they had nobody on that front line. So now they have Jalen Smith, they have JaVale McGee. They got some size on them.
So, Cesway, let me ask you this. Maybe this will give me a better gauge of, like, because you think that they might be going further. Who do you think that the Grizzlies, if they get to the playoffs, who do you think they can beat or will beat? Guaranteed.
I mean, I guess from the scope of where I'm looking at now, who would possibly make it?
Run down the list. Suns. Like yes,
No.
like yes or no. Okay, so Suns no. Warriors.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. The Jazz.
No, they can't beat. Yeah, they can beat the Jazz.
The Mavs. I guess the Mavs would be in there.
I think they beat the Mavs easily.
Spurs. I really don't know who's all gonna make the playoffs out the West right now. Like it really is that open.
I'm just looking for the latter half, like the guaranteed teams.
Okay,
like
so Spurs.
Spurs aren't in Spurs aren't in there yet. Look at the playoff ranking.
They're in the They're in the,
I'll look it up.
they're in the playing area. I'm pretty sure they're oh, they're not. No, they're nowhere near it. Okay, well let's go 1 through 10. Let's go 1 through 10. Since seeing the fact that you got to include the playing tournament now. So Suns,
We got no.
Warriors,
No.
Not,
Healthy Warriors, no.
I could see that series going to 6 or 7. You could take a couple, but I don't see winning it.
Jazz.
Yeah.
I think they could beat them.
The Mavericks.
Yeah, I think they handle them.
Yeah, Mavericks don't have enough pieces.
Nuggets.
Yeah, too hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look,
they can handle
you got to average a triple double to win.
If Jamal Murray or Michael Porter come back and play, yeah, they're gonna win.
There's a good chance Jamal could come back by then. I don't know about Michael Porter, but I think there's a chance by the first round. Like what, the first round will be in April,
something around there,
something like that. So
Yeah.
there's a chance. The Clippers.
Yeah, I got them getting beat. The Clippers will get beat by the Grizz.
Especially without Kawhi and Paul George done. Yeah, it's right.
Yeah, that's right. That team is just an accident waiting to happen.
The Timberwolves.
That would be interesting, actually. I could see that being a good series.
I would love to see that series.
That would be a great series. Basically a battle of youth, to be honest. Like youth and Steven Adams, basically.
And Pat Bev.
Yeah, and Pat Bev, yeah. So Timberwolves. Oh no, I already said them. Lakers.
This is a hard one.
Because they've done it already.
But also they didn't have AD.
That's true. But also the big thing when I look at AD right now, we've got him shooting 18% from deep. Now I'm hoping after recovery he gets back to his good
18%?
Yes, he's been shooting a season high 18% from deep.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah, look, that's tough. I'm gonna say no. I think the Lakers beat the Grizzlies.
I'm leaning that way too. I'm not gonna lie.
I think the Lakers. I don't see LeBron losing to no.
I only see LeBron
not in the playoffs.
If they don't find an answer for Russ, I don't see them beating John Morant and the Grizzlies.
Shoot, you might have to talk about the Lakers not even getting into the playoffs. At this point, like they're 21 and 22. They're sitting at number 9. Like literally. Thank God the Trailblazers are as bad as they are. Like look at it. Even the Kings are in the play-in contention.
The Kings would be interesting to see.
Alvin Gentry Kings. They're probably got the fastest pace in the league by now. He loves them fast running teams like the Grizzlies when John Morant gets out in transition, gets out in the open. Okay, well I think that the Grizzlies have the most compelling case right now. I mean, look, the Suns, you know, I still think they're probably the best team in basketball.
Yeah.
At full health, full power, best team, probably the Suns. But let's talk about John Morant since we're still on the Grizzlies right now. There was something I saw earlier on YouTube, and they were making comparisons of John Morant to Derrick Rose, and I know that's been a big thing the past few days, something like that. Can y'all see this? I gotta make sure that y'all can see this.
Yeah, I see the video.
You see the video? Okay, I'm gonna let some of this play, some of this John Morant footage play, because it's scarily crazy. Like, and I was telling Keyshawn this of the Alpha Land Knicks before we started podcasting, I saw some of the highlights and I'm like, it's not that far of a reach to say that Ja Morant looks like Derrick Rose.
I don't think it's disrespectful at all.
And and that's a comparison that like I can say that doesn't look disrespectful. Like the ball handling ability, he has the float game, the inside out game, the leaping, jumping ability, the dunking ability. Like, I mean, highlight after highlight. You know, the only thing I don't, to be honest, the only thing I don't like in Ja Morant's game is that he shoots his 3-point shots with his feet too close. I don't understand that, but you know, that's being nitpicky. Like, there's really not a lot of flaws in his game. Everybody can always shoot better, sure, but I mean, he'll give you some threes in a game.
Matters.
Yeah, when it matters. So
I'm gonna be realistic. You said the word some. I've seen multiple games where Ja Morant has had 4+ threes. That's more than some.
Yeah, like he's dangerous. And so like I said, I was gonna let some of this play because I wanna get to some comparison of like looking at this and then looking at Derrick Rose, because I can't get it out of my head that, like, you know, another thing that I was saying to Keyshawn earlier also was that, you know, this isn't a comparison that when we look at it that we can't dig out of. Like, we can go back into our own memory and remember watching Derrick Rose. I remember watching Derrick Rose hitting game winning floaters, you know, dunking on Goran Dragic on that break.
Oh my goodness.
Doing that. Remember that spin? Like, he did I think he did like a hard dribble spin move and then he dunked on somebody from the Heat.
Yeah.
Bro, like, it's crazy. I remember that D Rose, the youngest MVP in NBA history, and the stats that they're putting up are they're practically identical. Like, I think and Ja Morant shoots better percentages, which is crazy to me. Let me see if I can pull this.
Which is wild, is because I was definitely trying to avoid the D Rose comparison at first, but it's too close not to make that comparison.
I know for a while some people had mentioned Russell Westbrook, but I mean Ja is way more protective of the ball when it comes to being compared to Russ. But
Ja is much more fluid than Russ.
Very much. And realistically,
Russell Westbrook's more powerful.
Yeah, like Ja seems like to have a, you know, I guess smooth.
Ja has a finesse game. Yeah, Ja has a finesse game.
He can kind of move like butter compared to, you know, compared to Russ. But
I really want to bring these up together in tandem.
Have someone else in here, Duran.
Oh, what's good, Duran, ladies and gentlemen? Duran Brown of the South GA Wildcats, man. What's going on, bruh?
Yeah, you know, man, big dogs had to chime in once and for all. Season premiere on the podcast for your boy.
Oh, okay.
This the premiere?
Here, I mean, yeah, this is my first time.
I think it's this. Is it your first time for this year?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, man, we got to give you an applause. You're not going to hear it, but welcome. All right, that's all you get before you say something wild in here.
I ain't gonna say nothing too crazy.
Hey, look, Duran, Derrick Rose, and Ja Morant. You think they look pretty similar?
Yeah. Real explosive towards the rim, can get up high. I don't know. I think Derrick Rose, he did it a little smoother though.
You think so?
Yeah. But that was like the first one of the first super explosive, like, I think, point guards we saw.
Yeah, I think that we've
well just for cut from that call. I mean, especially at his height, seeing seeing a guy like that play, it was very interesting. I mean, the main thing, and first off, I want to, I want to air this grievance too. I am tremendously hurt. Sterling's a big time Bulls fan and stuff like that. And we always joked about Derrick Rose in the past, but realistically, we were robbed of what could have been with Derrick Rose when he got hurt against the Sixers in that playoff series. That was something that no one wanted to see, and to see how his career went. Now, granted, he's still playing very good basketball right now, and he's playing like very well. He's hurt right now. We wish him a speedy recovery. But what I don't want to see for Ja Morant is the same thing that happened to Derrick Rose.
Oh yeah, man! A healthy Derrick Rose would have altered the entire
we'd have been
2010
talking about a different decade. We'd have been talking about a way different decade.
That was probably the most important injury, bro, in basketball recently, bro.
Yeah,
because you had a few major ones. You had the Paul George one.
Mean, Kobe was on his way out, but
I mean, you know, the crazy part is because I don't know, it just seems like players are more apt to get injured these days. I'm not sure why or what. I'm not saying that Ja Morant is going to get injured, but I mean, if it happens, I wouldn't be surprised, which is odd because there's so much technology out here, that it's just kind of odd and strange. And so I think it's one of those things that we'll have to see. But I mean, look, I'm looking at this in tandem of each other. Let me see if I can.
Let me ask y'all this. Is y'all in the MVP race?
Yes.
Realistically, even including what you're talking about with this Derrick Rose comparison, I'd love for Ja to get this MVP after what he's done this season, especially because realistically, not many people could see the Memphis Grizzlies sitting at the 4 seed right now. No one could have truly predicted that at that moment.
And they're only a few games away from that number 1 seed.
Exactly.
So, I mean, if we're gonna throw DeMar DeRozan in there, which I really don't agree with, then I think Josh should be in there.
Well, look what we have here.
Oh shoot! Aaron joined the call, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Aaron Morris here. It's like I said, everybody's flooding in here today. Of the Big Bird Ballers. We're gonna give him a hand. You won't hear it, but the audience will hear it.
Now, Aaron, I have a question for you real quick, because you put out a quote before the season started saying, and I quote, "Welcome to the dark." Is this the dark that we were supposed to be expecting?
You talking about in terms of what? The Grizzlies?
Yeah.
Ja said, "Welcome to the dark." So welcome to the dark.
What does that mean?
Welcome to the dark. We've been working in the shadows.
What does that mean?
Working in the shadows.
Well,
you know what I think messed you up? That did you traded Ceasway for Sabonis, right?
Yeah.
And man, I think that was one of those that should have been vetoed, man. Woke up to that, kind of hurt me.
Wait.
We're talking about the Grizzlies.
You're talking about the Grizzlies. You coming for that man life, bro. That ain't got nothing to do. Don't bring up that.
Hold on. What was the trade again?
I thought he was talking about his fantasy team.
No. We're talking about Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are doing exceptionally well. We don't need to worry about the Big Bird Ballers right now. Don't.
We're gonna get to that.
No.
Hold on, but one more thing on Ja and the Grizzlies, bro.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I was telling Keyshawn this earlier. I was saying Keyshawn said they might not have enough, but if I was looking down their roster, they have one of the strongest rosters without a star player. Like, you take Ja away, you still have Jaren Jackson, Dylan Brooks, Desmond Bain, that nigga Tilly. You got some heads on that team.
And you got Melton too.
Got some hitters for sure.
I'm looking at it like this: if God forbid, knock on wood, I'm not saying I want it to happen, but if Ja Morant was hurt during the playoffs, expected to miss an entire series. Could a team like this still contend without that?
What they did.
We went
was
on a
9-3.
10-game win streak without Ja, so I think we could do okay.
I mean,
I don't know, man. You need someone who's really gonna take when the game on the line. Who you gonna get that ball to?
You gonna give it the
Man,
job.
I'm saying though, if you don't have Ja,
Oh, if you don't have
I've
Ja,
never heard of Dylan Brooks before. He believes himself more than anybody else.
yeah.
he does. Hey,
If you really need a three,
but
you
that's
give
not
the
a fair-
Desmond
that's not-
Bain.
that's
not
exactly what I was about to say. Because Desmond Bain, oh my goodness, man.
But I don't even know if that's a fair question for real. Because you can take any of these players off of any of these top teams and be like, okay, if you take CP3 or Booker off the Suns, you're gonna take the shot. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those niggas like
no, that's what I'm saying. Though, if you take
around like the
CP3,
fourth
you give it
seed,
to
like if you
Booker.
take Giannis away, who's gonna take it? You really want the game in Middleton's hands?
I mean, yes, I think that's a pretty still serviceable.
I mean, Middleton
Well,
has
Middleton
been
has
serviceable
been-
in the late game moments.
I gotta give Middleton
do
his
be
credit.
delivering.
He's been ending games for a minute, so like, being not a big fan of Chris Middleton, I've got to give him his credit. He's been ending games, so
I mean, but yeah, every top team has at least one or two of those like type of players. Even in like Portland, like okay, I can give it to CJ. Or
Look, man, I say all this to say, first of all, Portland's terrible. But second of all, I say all this to say that like, look, y'all ain't watched a single Grizzlies game except for today. So like, let's be very real.
I watched the Grizzlies game.
Yeah, when they played.
come on now, yeah, that's one of the only local teams I can get out.
No, when they had Ja, I watched them for the whole first month without Dylan Brooks.
Okay.
Back when you made
You was
that,
checking
back
in
when
on
you
the
made
Grizzlies.
that,
You wasn't
back
watching.
when Aaron and Sam Hood made that DeAnthony Melton trade. Look, you hear that? Exactly. Now I can't say I've watched the game since then. So I mean, you got a point outside of that, but I mean, I think. Well, to be honest, this isn't very surprising. Like, if you think 2 seasons ago, the Grizzlies were just in that playing game against Dame in the bubble. So like, seeing this has been a pretty upward progression from like they did play in the play-in last year, but they made the playoffs, and so I'm sure their expectations are so much higher right now, and it makes sense. It makes complete and total sense. At least it makes sense to me.
Aaron, as the lone Grizzlies fan in the Flunkies, bro, what would you consider like a successful season now that they're in this place? Well, like, would you have to make it to the conference finals? What, just making the playoffs good? Like, what's your estimate? What do you want to see?
I mean, considering that like everybody told us that we were going to have to tank this year, this has already been a pretty successful season. But that being said, I would like for them to try and win like a playoff series. I think that's a step in the right direction. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I still don't think we're better than Golden State or Phoenix, right? I don't think Utah's very good at basketball. So I think we could probably.
I mean, if the playoffs started today, y'all would play Dallas.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I think we would beat Dallas.
I think that's
We've been saying that for years, bro. Yeah, the Jazz really just aren't.
And that'd be a good matchup too.
I personally, I would love to see the Grizzlies versus Wolves in the first round.
Versus the Wolves.
Yeah, if the Wolves.
Man, we spanked the Wolves.
I just like the idea of 2 young teams getting at it in the first round. Yeah, it's
But only one of those teams is good, Keyshawn.
I get that, bro.
Hey,
I would like to see that as well.
yeah, I agree with Aaron.
Man,
Yes, but
Bro, these
man,
Western
going up at it. D-Lo and Cat in a pick and roll situation. Ain't gonna be no defense played on their end. But I mean, it would be.
But we all know what we're there. We really want the Wolves for one reason only. The 4-5 hitters, bro.
Look, there'll be some generational trash talk though between Ant and Josh.
Yeah, it might be the funniest playoff series of all time.
Yeah, that'd be some of the funniest memes of all time from that series alone.
Yeah, it could definitely be that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dylan Brooks and Patrick Beverly might kill each other. Just might.
Hey, I support it.
Hey, Dylan Brooks, a strong light skinned bull, man.
Hey, that would
he is solid, bro.
Yeah, that could be.
He's 30.
That would be hilarious.
Built like air, but
That nigga went to Oregon, bro. Like, let that sink in. He went to Oregon as a school.
Yep.
Who come out of Oregon hard body, bro?
Peyton Pritchard.
God.
Yeah, he hard body. Have to deal with them shot chuckers up in Boston, bro. I'll kill about those.
Oh yeah, hey, bro. If Boston gotta let one of them shot chuckers go. Look, people thought Marcus Smart was wilding, bro. Jaylen Brown had a game. He shot 39 shots and only made 13, and they lost.
Hey, I just want to make this known right now. Look, man. Look, the top three. This actually, it's kind of like this, but if you flip the conferences, bro, the Western Conference in the NBA, their top 4 seeds, the Suns, Warriors, Jazz, and Grizzlies, all have better records than the Chicago Bulls, who are number 1. It's kind of like that in our league. Speaking of that, kind of, not completely, but kind of. But not exactly. So it's very interesting.
I don't know, man. I think our league is way more even than
you think
than the standings.
Well, okay. Well, let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this because I'm very interested to know this. Compared to last year, or really just compared to the past years in general, as long as y'all have been a part of it, is this league the most balanced you've seen it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, but injury has played a big factor into that too, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if it's necessarily balanced. It's more so just like there's so many motherfuckers out that it's just like it's balanced due to like unbalanced. You don't know what's gonna happen from week to week.
Does that make y'all nervous? Does that make y'all nervous? Like, anything can go down with anyone at any time.
I think what's gonna you go ahead.
I was like, not really, because it's just like ain't nothing I can do about it. So I just use last year rock.
Look, we done been in positions where Durant lost the title because his shit got rocked on the worst time possible.
That's what I'm saying. Look at like people like me and then Mike last year lose to like somebody in the middle of the pack.
Hey, look, Flunkies is nothing but pain, bro. I don't know how long it's gonna take for everybody to realize, bro. This expensive pain here, especially $50, bro. Expensive pain, bro.
I mean, that come up though is I don't know, man. That's better than Forex, bro.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's worth it. Hey, look, that win, like crazy.
You think it's better than Forex?
Yeah, give me some coin crypto doing that.
I'll take the runner-up amount too.
$100 bucks.
Oh, yeah,
I think it's 100. Yeah, so like first place is 800. The second place is 100, and then the third place is your buying amount, which was 50.
Nigga play for free.
So hey, yo, you want to know what the crazy part is? Now that I'm thinking about this, even if you lose in the playoffs, I think everybody is like, even if you don't make the playoffs, I think everyone is placed in the consolation bracket. So literally, I think technically the consolation bracket would decide the third place.
No, you should.
The losers of the conference finals are going to be in the third place game, right?
So normally I would say that.
I think,
but the problem is there's 2 conference final games, so it's like, how would you pick between who is?
No, the consolation bracket just gets smaller as the top, as like our playoffs advance. So the people just get dropping down. Like whoever keeps getting dropped down is less and less. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
Like I think it sorts itself out. I mean,
Yeah,
or
so like
or we can technically do it by the very end, how ESPN ranks everybody first, second, and third.
I was about to say, because whoever gets first, second, and third does get the little notification. Unfortunately, I haven't met with one of those notifications before.
dang, I got that second place one, which is
Yeah. Bro, fuck that second place notification, bro. Let's keep talking about the NBA, bro. What other topics we have? I don't want to talk about
Dang, bro.
that. Fuck Aaron, fuck Mike.
Wait, hold on. You guys seriously can't hear the soundboard?
Yeah.
Oh, you can?
No.
Oh, you
No.
can't. Okay.
No.
Oh, what the hell? Okay. I'll have to. I'm gonna solve that. It's all good. Don't worry about it. But no. Okay. So I do have an announcement I need to make. All-star captains. Let's do that. Let's do that. Very, very exciting. Also very obvious as well.
I don't think so.
why Caesar trying to vote? Because Donkey Sean got to win.
Hey, look, I got nothing to do with that. Yeah, so I didn't comment on that. I'm like, yo, what is this?
Yeah.
Now, no,
saw that.
see, I just want to know. Now, anyone except Seasway can open their mouth on this. But if Seasway would have beat me last week, would Seasway be acting like this? I just need a yes or a no.
Absolutely not. No.
I don't like how you trying to throw me under the bus in front of all my flunky brethren, bruh.
You did it to yourself, man.
You did it in that. I'm just reiterating what was said in the chat.
Nah, bruh. See, this is disrespectful. I feel like you're trying to tear a black man down on a holiday.
Now you're playing the black card. I didn't know that was this kind of podcast. I would have came prepared.
Listen, we just know. Look, I'm excited to see who's going to represent the Eastern Conference. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't consider you Eastern Conference. You a transplant.
Well, anyway, is it because I'm a foreigner that came over to the East and took over?
Huh?
Is it because I'm from the Western Conference?
Yeah, exactly.
He basically
That's what
called
transplant
you.
means.
He called you a colonizer.
That's cool.
Oh,
You
man.
gentrifier.
Oh
Yeah.
man, let's do this, man. There's no audio, so I'm just gonna let this. I'm gonna let this roll. Actually, y'all aren't gonna see it, so I'm actually gotta share my screen.
We can see the screen.
Oh, you can see it. Oh, okay, cool.
At least I can.
Let me know if you can before I play this. Oh, I mean, if you updated your stuff, then you can see it.
Nah, I gotta update my Mac.
RJ got Max with varying backgrounds. I know that shit sound like a turbine engine right now, bro.
It's not that bad.
Talking about it sound like a Hellcat.
Hey, they cooking you, man. They cooking you.
Nah, it's
Man, his computer breathing for life, bro. He got FaceTime up, streaming, bro.
No.
Background running.
Now, can I hear it? Yes, but
Trash
is it
being
running like my old Xbox 360? No. Them things used
They
to-
said you got the little trading card in your bike stokes.
Oh yeah.
the little water bottle junk. Every time you would pedal, it would make this dirt bike sound.
Yeah, bro. Hey, bro. By the time I was done with that whole brother car, we didn't use a car no more, bro. She'll be all burnt out, bro.
God.
That's why you gotta get done. So you gotta double them shits up like a Uno card or something. Double them up.
Nah. This computer is fully spec'd out, so like it'll run hot, but like, you know, it goes.
Fuck up.
Look, I didn't tell you that, but no, without further ado, I am gonna show this, and let's see it. For those of y'all who won't see it, you will see it. Let me go on Instagram. Shout out Keyshawn Simpson, 10-3 of the Alpha Land Knicks, and Devin Joyner of Team Loud Pack, also 10-3. your East and West All-Star captains. Now, for those
tomato.
and that does deserve an applause. You all won't hear it, but the audience will. Now, this was well. First off, Devin's been the clear-cut All-Star captain for the West for about 2 or 3 weeks now. Like it hasn't been close. But Keyshawn and Seasway were actually tied, and they played each other last week, which was perfect because I wanted to announce it last week, but I'm like, they're tied, and I really don't want to have to do all that thinking. So I'm like, oh, let's just play it. Let them play it out. We'll see who should be the rightful, proper representative for the Eastern
Why you
Conference.
using words like that, bruh?
What?
Because
I'm just saying, y'all were in a competition.
Proper.
It was a gentleman.
Yes.
It was a gentlemanly competition until Seasway made it deeper than rap when he dropped the video on me before. Yeah, see, Seasway dropped the video on me before our matchup started. The score was 0-0 with 2 hours before game tip off, bruh. And he dropped the Valley Boy video on me.
Oh, disrespectful.
And can anyone recall how much I whooped him by?
I got the fantasy website pulled up. I got you.
Yeah, can you tell me that
You
final
ain't gotta
score?
worry about that.
Can you tell me the final score, Durant?
It sounds like you know, Keyshawn.
Oh, yeah, I definitely do know. I just want to make sure Seasway know. So what you gonna tell him yourself?
That could be wrong.
Yeah, good little 600.
Good little what?
600.
Oh my God.
Bruh.
And it went with healthy team Seasway. That sucks, bro.
Very,
You know what?
very dominant win, might I add. All right, but it was a really well fought battle, and I expect you both to face each other sometime in the playoffs. Probably won't be the first or second round, but maybe the third round.
I'll see him again.
Yeah.
Be ready.
Yeah,
Be ready. All y'all be ready.
and you know what, man? You know, speaking of the playoffs, that was one of the other big things I did want to discuss, man. Which is why I asked the question earlier of do y'all think this is the most balanced we've seen the league? Because in my opinion, I really do think it is. Now, are there a lot of variables that, you know, have affected the outcome up until this point? Absolutely. I mean, we've seen, I think I've seen this year teams win by 4 points, 3 points. Like I've seen more close game outcomes this year than like since Aaron and DJ tied for the first time in
We get
history. Yo, he hates when I bring that up.
Cause that nigga DJ's not even in the league no more.
Hey, who was it? That was Chris's brother?
Yeah, it's his other brother. Yeah. So I'm with that being said, what I would like to do is to craft out a playoff bracket predictions and to see who actually could still get into the playoffs, who right now could not make the playoffs, and then who y'all think would win it all at this point. So I am actually going to pull
In the
this
real
up.
NBA or in the Flunkies?
No, in the Flunkies. No. I'm off the off that.
We will be shifting a certain team though at some point.
Oh yeah, because Keyshawn and Devin, who are the all-star captains this year, they've got to actually play each other eventually. So actually, y'all should actually be able to see this. And Tim's been very quiet. I know he's here. I see you. You're visible, my friend. I can see you. Not your camera screen, but in terms of being visibility. So, but I think obviously now, in your opinions, I think Devin is the clear pick to be the number one pick. Any anything to say against that?
Nah, I can't say nothing against that too much.
Dang, not the South Georgia Wildcats over there.
Hell,
Fully healthy. Fully
you
healthy, man.
you relying on Terrence Mann and Bobby Boucher to get it done, bro.
Sorry, bro.
Bobby Boucher.
We getting magic happening over here, man. Y'all
Yeah, at Magic City, not in no flunkies.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Man.
no, I don't see it. I'm sorry, Durant. I really like you would it would have to be an act of God, like for you to get
telling
that
you, bro.
high. Like seriously, Keyshawn, Seasway, like their squads would literally have to turn over basically for you to get to that point, in my opinion. Is it possible? Now, is it possible? Sure.
I'm full of Sam Hood.
Oh, Sam Hood. Oh, we could talk.
What's really been blowing me.
Wild.
What's really been blowing me is Rashawn Holmes wetting the bed, and my bench is just really shitting themselves, bro.
Is it that they're shitting themselves or they're shit?
Nah, man. I think Kemba Walker's been
Just falling out of rotation again, right?
the Lord just don't like him.
Nigga, at least you have a bench. Bro, I'm out here running with 8 players, bro.
8 players?
Bro, for these this is the healthiest I've been in like a month. And I still got like 4 to 5 people out.
Also, too, with Devin, I think he's probably had like the least amount of injuries. As far, especially with like COVID.
Is that true though? Like
Devin had
I
a
don't
season.
think that's true.
He had a season-ending Ricky Rubio injury.
That's not true because Colin Sexton definitely got dusted up this nigga team earlier.
Oh, he was
Sexton
on his
season.
team.
Yeah, he actually, it's ironic. He had both Cavalier point guards.
Yeah, he had both them niggas. I remember.
And guess what? Both of them injured.
And
For the
Brook
end of the
Lopez
season.
hasn't come back yet.
Yep, out indefinitely.
So I mean, I just don't think it's true that he
Brook
hasn't.
Lopez, bro.
No, don't.
You see, y'all was just talking about Bobby Boucher over here, and they damn near average about they're almost identical, bro.
Durant's calculator average or the real calculator average?
The real calculator average, bro.
That don't sound right at all.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. I
At
really
best,
don't know.
Brook Lopez and Mitchell Robinson are about the same player, bro. Average is like stats that they put up. About right 8 to 9 and like a block or 2.
Durant, when you say averages, we don't know if you're referencing fantasy points, numerical numbers, or just average of what you did for the last 7 games, bro.
Yeah, what do you normally mean by that? It's just a question.
Devin and my idea is if RJ's shot chucking team was done right, bro. That's what it feels like. Fred VanVleet, Trey Young, you know what I'm saying? With some defense. That's basically what Devin did, and it's working. And I'll give him his credit as the number 1 team right now. Halfway, midway through the season, yeah, he deserves that
I don't
number
see
1
why
spot.
you gotta slight me in that. God damn. Like,
hey, Ron, you should have watched out for that truck that just hit you, bro.
oh man. All right. Well, we're gonna move. So I did say number 1. I think it's probably gonna end up being Devin. Question is like, who the heck is gonna be the number 2 seed?
I don't know if we can predict that.
If I'm basing this, you know what? There's a good way. There is a good way to do this. If you base it off strength of schedule, then I think that we could probably come to some agreement here. Well, you know what? Let me do this then. I'll do you one better. I will craft this playoff bracket, and then we'll talk about it. So
This sounds like it's about to be a 3-hour conversation.
no.
Grab your beers, guys.
So if I'm judging based off what it is that I've seen at this point,
Lord, hopefully ain't no bullshit.
oh no, it's probably gonna be. but we're just
intermission while you do that. I do want to address something that's been going on in this league of ours. That's quite troubling, bro.
Go for it.
And quite confusing. And it's interesting because I think one of the people in here are in it. These alliances, bro. It comes back again, bro. What is going on and what is really the benefit? Because this alliance that you so-called did with Hood only favors one person. And then you got people like Sam Brown talk about alliance, but there has been no trade made, no real progress made for either of y'all teams. So what is going on here?
Look, man.
Where's the competitive spirit?
Look, man. Me and Hood fighting for our lives in real life, bro. We ain't got time to.
See, I believe the moral of the story is gangsters move in silence like G and lasagna, bro.
Look, the plan will come into fruition when it needs to, Steve. Like, don't worry about it.
Oh my God.
So y'all tanking this year?
No. I'm not tanking. I don't know what the hell Hood doing, but I'm not tanking.
Bro. Hey, Aaron, all I'll say, bro, once you level up in life, your company changes, bro. Sometimes you gotta leave losers in the back. I'm at the top of the league, bro. If you really want to talk Alliance, maybe you should look higher, bro.
But you're not at the top of the league.
You look higher, bro.
If Aaron looked higher, he would see me.
But Caesar, bro, we've already done business together. I already helped your team this year. Right?
Oh wait, stop, Aaron. Let's not do that, bro.
What do you mean let's not do that?
Let's not do that.
What do you mean let's not do that?
You ain't helped me.
I gave you KP and I gave you your two favorite white boys.
You traded me KP and Hayward, who have been dominant for your favorite white boy.
Wasn't KP just hurt?
He was in health and safety
for his favorite white boy. I did Aaron a favor.
Did you though?
Yeah, because you was trying to make that cheese team again.
No, what I was trying to do was get off of fucking Gordon Hayward because that dumbass and KP's dumbass are always fucking hurt. But now they want to stay healthy for you. That's tough.
That's great. That's great, bro.
Hey, I hope they don't crash out on you at the worst.
Boy, I was just about to say that. Seasway's team right now, realistically, being all object. Seasway's team is high risk, high reward. Seasway's team, if fully healthy, could win it. But let one nit happen. Your team going in the gutter, bruh.
Oh.
You got Lowry Markkinen, KP, Gordon Hayward. Those are three white boys who don't stay away from injuries.
Yes, they do.
For now.
That's all that matters. By the time, look, our playoff in early. Amen.
All right. Here we go, man. I've officially created. That was a great. Anyone else want to say anything about these alliances?
Your screenshot stop sharing.
Oh, okay. I gotta.
Look, all I'm saying is, if you want to join the Sam Hood Big Bird Ballers Alliance, you gotta come holler at me, and we can take you through the whole process and everything. We'll get y'all situated,
Yeah, I heard there was an application to get in over there.
It's a couple questions. It's not too hard.
Yeah, look, if it were me, I would gladly apply, but Sam Hood can't be there.
Oh my God.
Because he's going to be quick to be like, give me a player, give me this, give me that. I'm like, oh, this is what I signed up for. This isn't a give, take. It's an alliance. Common agreements. Like what I did for Aaron and giving him Ja, a common agreement.
Did you give me Ja or did I trade?
You see how this language is, bro? Just give. Everybody want to feel like they're the fairy godmother, bro.
Oh no. I gave him John Morant. Because Lord knows, I got Julius Randle, God bless him. But once I got him, I couldn't wait to get rid of him. Much like
all I'm
Cole
saying is,
Anthony.
bro, everybody told me I got fleeced. So what's the truth?
You didn't hear it from me.
No.
You hear from me? Good
Everybody
business.
else said I got fleeced.
Look,
I remember.
look,
The North remembers.
Look, I shook your hand. Look, I shook your hand with a
The
smile.
North Carolina remembers.
Look, it was. I mean, it was good business. We made a trade. I gave you the guy that you wanted.
Brogdon on the block.
Y'all I'll be in your office. So what is this now, RJ? It's a bracket?
This is a bracket. This is what I think is gonna make it. So I'm gonna go through it. We've got Devin at number 1. We've got Keyshawn at number 2. We've got Seasway here at number 3. Chris here at number 4. Sam Brown at number 5. Malik at number 6, of which I think these are most of the top teams. Duran squad at number 7. He's not going to be happy about that, which obviously that would put him middle of the pack.
We don't care.
And we don't care. Jake at number 8. I got Tim kicking up there at number 9 based on how his team's performing right now. Got my squad at number 10, which that can definitely take a tumble. That can take a big tumble because KD is out right now. We got Cordell at number 11. Got Aaron at number 12. Got Sam Hood, NBA Youngboy Stand, number 13.
Whoa!
And we've got the Black Mambas at number 14.
Sam Hood.
Oh yeah.
Whoa! So hold on.
So do I need to explain my reasoning here?
Wait, not Javon.
This is what RJ said.
No,
Not Daquan.
no.
Sam Hood coming out of the abyss.
Straight out the abyss.
Yeah, you go. Whoa, you go have to explain yourself. So, Sam Hood winning every single game. Every single game the rest of the season, Sam Hood is body bagging somebody.
Look, it's just a prediction. This might not sound the best right now.
The best.
To be perfectly honest, yeah, Sam Hood, all he's got to do is win 3 more games. Just to tie with Javon. Now, I don't know who won between them, of which that probably might be worth looking at. But if it's a tiebreaker, I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar that Sam Hood won that matchup.
So you're saying Javon gonna go all that way to choke?
Oh, for sure.
Oh my goodness, bro.
It's not any slight against him, but Brad.
I don't think that's mathematically possible. Because Daquan has 6 wins.
You don't think it's possible?
So Sam Hood would have to win out, including, and then have to outscore Daquan in order to make your prediction correct.
Let me look here.
Would you be frankly otherworldly?
Hey, I'm gonna be honest though. Yo,
So I guess it's technically mathematically possible. It's just very.
Well, I will say this.
It's very
Daquan.
unlikely considering Daquan gets to play Tuck next week.
I just think that his team is just really kind of in shambles right now. So I think anybody could steal a win off of him. Like if Tucker wins, that benefits Sam and Javon and Mike. That benefits them. Because remember, I got Mike in there.
Oh my God.
I got Mike in there. So
Yo, what do you got against my man Javon, bro?
I got nothing against him.
Bro. Nah, you got to, bro.
I got nothing against him.
I don't agree with this, bro. But we can move on.
Look. Okay, now could Sam Hood lose This
One more loss by Sam Hood. He roast beef. Bro.
All right, that's fact. I'm looking at his what's it called? All right, I gotta definitely do some changing. Hold on, let me change this around.
Another intermission. Hey, a question for the cat, and this is a real NBA question, bro. Who do y'all think Russell Westbrook or Ben Simmons is getting traded for this deadline, bro?
Ben Simmons is not playing this year.
Yeah, Ben Simmons is just gonna.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna play.
Bro, that what's the name? The dude for the 76ers said they'll fuck around and sit his ass his whole contract, bro.
And that's why Daryl Morey is not a good GM.
So I got. You got money long like that.
I think he's an okay GM. I don't think he's great.
And honestly, they really don't have to pay him because they find him now.
Look,
It's basically it's kind of like a fire, and you kind of gotta starve the fox out the hole. So
all I'm saying is, bro, I think I could be considered a good GM if I was gifted James Harden, and then I get to move to a new situation where I'm gifted Joel Embiid. You know,
Absolutely.
I think I can do a pretty good job as a GM.
Because it would be hard to see Daryl Morey do God's work in a place like Orlando.
I don't think anybody can do God's work in Orlando.
You don't think he can make whole Anthony the next James Harden, bro?
And with that, it's been a great talk, y'all. I'll see y'all around.
Yeah, and you drafted him too. So you had to have belief.
No,
bro.
hold on.
I traded him.
Listen, allow me to say this once again. Aaron's draft was ruined by many people.
Well, it was ruined the moment we couldn't push it back. So.
Oh.
He said it was ruined the moment we couldn't push it back.
Because I was still on the interstate.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, another sob story.
Nah, it is what it is. It happened.
This draft was just as wild. Like we had folks' stuff getting stolen, Aaron stuck on the highway. Daquan slept through the draft.
Mike is driving.
Mike's driving. Jake chose LaMelo with the first round. Like,
I was babysitting.
That draft recap is going to be a lot of fun to do. But okay,
I think I was going through it with my vaccination.
Oh, you were. But okay, here we go.
I was at work.
Here we go, man. I think
last Sunday, bro.
I think this is pretty good. All right, so here we go, man. We've got. Okay, so I've changed it around a little bit. The only change I really made was taking Sam Hood out of there. I still don't think I added Javon in there.
It blows my mind. It blows my mind to make you think that Mike is going to climb out of the abyss too.
I think he is.
Now, Mike,
he's only a win behind him.
Yeah, I know. He's at 4 wins. I seen, but Mike has to beat Mike's schedule the rest of the season.
Why does Devon get the short end of the stick in this equation, bro?
I don't see how he does.
Bro, you gotta.
One win away from Aaron.
Now, if schedule shows Javon getting smacked around, one thing, but I don't know if schedule shows Mike whooping on people to get.
You also got to think too. Daquan's got the advantage over Javon right now, because Javon lost to Daquan.
That's true.
Look at Mike's schedule. Then he got me next. Cordell, Devin, and Sam Brown, bro. That's hell.
Well, he just beat Sam Brown, and
he played him twice.
Yeah, and he's beating the brakes off of Tucker right now, and he beat me last week.
I don't know. He still got to play. That's 3 games ahead of him.
The Devin game, I got him losing. I think Seasway's team will be fully back, so I don't see him beating Seasway. And then who else does he play?
Javon and Mike both have equal. Javon and Mike both have equal hard times. Javon plays Ron J. He plays me. He plays Aaron. He plays Devin. Look,
it's gonna be
trenches.
tough.
It's trenches regardless.
It's gonna be tough. Like I don't see any other way around. Like it's gonna be tough. Like Mike,
But how the rosters are constituted with all the injuries that might be going through, bro, I just gotta say, with Miles Turner being out for who knows how long.
Yeah, with a foot injury.
so y'all telling me that Javon has a easier opportunity to get in than Mike does sneaking a win? Because if you think about it, think about it like this.
Javon went. Okay.
Think about it like this, bro. Javon is playing Tim right now. He's losing at the moment. Now, I don't think he's beating Tim, but I do think Mike is gonna beat Javon. I do think Mike is gonna beat who's Mike playing right now?
But look, Javon has also won a few games without AD. Lowry.
Well, you also got to think.
And he will get AD back.
Think about it like this. Mike wins this week, in my opinion. He beats Tucker. And then if Javon loses, like how I think he's going to lose, they're going to be tied. And Mike has the advantage. So he automatically moves Javon out of that playoff spot. As of right now.
My boy Deke be losing by technicality, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
This shit is insane, bro. Look, go ahead and do the list, bro, so we can keep it pushing though. We'll just go with Mike. We'll just go with Mike for now, then, bro.
Yeah. Let's go with that for now. I mean, look, I get the way. I just don't see. I don't see. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get over Daquan.
I believe in you, Javon, bro.
I do too, bro.
You got to get 2 or 3 wins. That's all. Really, you need. Javon needs 3 wins, and he needs Daquan to lose out. Because that's basically what's got to happen. Mike's gonna win. Probably gonna win at least 2 or 3 out of his next 5 or 6 games. So. That's gonna happen. So, all right, let's do this, man. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I had pulled up the YouTube.
Oh! I thought somebody was talking. Oh, okay, all right. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna go. Y'all want to go bottom to top? Let's do that. Because this is the first round. This is the first round talking here. All right. So Durant versus my squad. I think it's easy. If KD don't come back, I'm cooked. And how they have it looking right now, it's 4 to 6 weeks.
Durant, so wait, question. Durant, you gonna send that joint or no?
I'm heavily thinking about it. I think I probably will for the night out.
I'm trying to get it done with the podcast while it's going on. We haven't had those moments in a long time.
We haven't. I'm trying to do some research on your homeboy.
All right, no problem.
This sounds like a basic meager trade that's finna happen.
Nah.
If it is, y'all can keep it to yourselves.
He's always trying to sell his soul for Devin Booker.
That's nasty work, bro.
Bro, I can already tell, bro. Seasway wouldn't have worried about a deal like that if it didn't include a top player. We all know how much of a glory hound the Valley Boys are.
Cloud, they want that. They want the big names. Yeah.
Yeah, they do, bro.
For no reason.
Bro. All right, hush it up, bro. Anyways, yeah, Durant cooking you regardless of especially if he makes this trade, he's cooking RJ, bro.
I didn't say cook. It'd be a close
RJ
game.
Got to worry about Kyrie.
Kyrie's gonna be good. He gonna cook Durant.
But let's talk about this like Kyrie playing, bro. You got no KD, but you got
KD,
Steph.
but I got Kyrie. But
no, you got Steph, bro. Kyrie off your team, bro. At this point in time, Kyrie will not be on your team, bro.
Oh, if I got Steph, if KD comes back and it's Steph, but let's talk about it as if KD's not gonna be there. That's fine with me. All right, so I still think Durant will win, assuming his team stays the same. So let's go with that. Let's go with that.
I think even with KD, if we both have both healthy teams.
I disagree.
Wait, have y'all played this season?
Yeah.
Yes. We played a few weeks ago, but I was missing most of my team. And it was still close.
Durant, some of your team is missing because they don't get minutes.
No. When I was playing him, I want to say either Booker or Tatum.
Tom Thibodeau was putting Kemba Walker somewhere in the nearest shed, bro.
Nah, bro.
It's like, I played him without Collins and Rashawn Holmes.
Shed down, bro.
Bro. I didn't even have Cole that week. I didn't have KD. I had KD for one game. It looks like, or 2 games. He didn't get him the full week. It's all good. I'll give Durant the nod. All right, Malik versus Cordell slash sling and slash.
Malik versus bro. This matchup so mid, bro.
I don't know about that.
We seen what Cordell did last year, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna tell it to y'all like this though. When they played each other this season, it was a 57-point loss. Cordell lost that to Malik by 57 points. And that was that week they made that James Harden trade. That was what it was. So I'm giving it to Cordell.
I think I go with.
I'm leaning towards Malik on this one.
I think I'm leaning towards Malik.
I'm not
but
sure.
He does have Zach
Yeah.
Levine and Donovan Mitchell. That's a good. I'm gonna take Cordell.
All right, Cordell.
Yeah.
What do you think, Duran? If you're here.
You the tiebreaker. Well, Keyshawn, what was yours?
I went with Malik. I think James Harden will find his stride, especially because if we're talking about later in the playoffs, like Kyrie's still going to have games where he might not be there. So I think Harden's numbers will still be
and KD not going to be playing, right?
Yeah. So I think Harden's numbers. If KD is out for the timetable of 6 weeks, James Harden should be through the roof.
Dang, that sucks because KD not going to be able to play in the All-Star game this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably.
He missed last year's All-Star game.
Yes.
So he's probably going to have another situation where he's the team captain who has to pick from home.
That's gotta suck, bruh. That's gotta suck, but oh well.
Or they could just go ahead and give it to my guy.
Who's your guy?
Well, y'all know.
Go James?
Go James by fantasy.
DeJounte Murray?
No. We talking about my champ, my MVP.
He talking about DeMar.
No, we're talking about my champ, my MVP, my DYOP, my MIP.
Sandro Mamu Kavashvili.
And what? He's on my list of clients. We're talking about a guy who's got a rainbow for a last name.
Oh man,
the Greek, bruh. Anyway,
who? Boban Marjanovic.
Who's your pick, Malik or Cordell?
Malik, man, with Harden. If KD is out, honestly, I think the Nets gonna just pay that fine for Kyrie, bro.
Amen. Pay that $5. Amen.
Hey, this is monumental because Malik never make it out the first round.
Yeah, but also too though, during the end with Giannis, the Bucks are definitely they be sending him, bro. Them last like 15, 20 games.
All right, so
I know prime firsthand experience.
We'll give it to Malik. I'll give it to him.
RJ hating that he see Malik going further than he is.
I mean, come on, man. You come up against a wild card.
Do I honestly care? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm the GOAT, bro. I'm the GOAT against Malik, bro. What do I care what a peasant thinks about me?
Oh my god!
All right, so we got Seasway versus Daquan, which
it's obvious.
We already know. Daquan with the clean sweep.
By this time, both of Porzingis' knees have both gone out.
Zion has cut his weight down to 220.
Back
he pulled Zion has pulled a James Harden on all of us. He's actually been traded to Detroit. And
Sterling said he's loading in. He's got something to say. And he's probably going to say something about the Bulls and we don't care. So
Today though.
Oh, hey, yo. Hey, you wanna know what's crazy? I left him off this.
yeah,
bro,
right.
hey, bro, kill this whole thing, bro. You came into this shit so unprepared.
Yeah, 'cause
I completely left him off.
Hey, this
Hey,
list
that's
is
cool. I
irrelevant.
could have a
Hey,
point
yo,
there.
Sterling somewhere like, so you just gonna kick me out. I'm not even gonna lose my way out. You just gonna kick me out.
Just
No
gonna
mention.
kick him out.
Oh
Absolutely.
my god.
Well, let's keep going. This looks accurate.
Yeah, very accurate. Oh,
Is
Yeah,
Sterling in it
Sterling
again?
has some more trades to get off too, so yeah, it's coming.
you know what? I'm not even gonna.
Ooh, down to 13.
There we go. Just to include him. Sterling versus Chris in the greatest first round showdown of all time, bruh.
There's a lot of bad blood in this matchup.
There's a
bruh.
lot of bad blood, bruh. Who
But
do you
we
think
gonna
will
give
win?
it to Chris. Amen.
Wow.
Just like, nah, I'm playing.
Nah, I'm giving it to Giannis, bro.
No, hold on.
Chris sucks.
No, wait. Realistically, and I
Nah.
brought this up numerous times. bruh.
Chris finna win.
I want
that.
y'all to take a look at Sterling's roster. Take a look at that roster. And you tell me there ain't a bunch of third stringers sitting here.
Bones
Sterling team
Highland,
is-
Corey Kispert, Herbert Jones, Cam Thomas.
All it takes
Lawrence
is for a
Wagner.
first stringer or second stringer to come back. There will be no Herbert
Bro,
Jones.
he didn't even play guys today. Yeah, your team is definitely in the mud, my guy. So yeah, you deserve to be at 13. Oh yeah, I'm getting this dub to Chris.
Damn. All right, yeah, Chris.
Absolutely, bro. Chris's
Sterling,
team
I-
is solid.
Sterling's team is putting up, but there is a lot of what do you call it? Coincidence.
even with Giannis, bro.
Listen, he holding on to my guy. You got to understand, bro. And people know I love Giannis dearly, but there's a reason I wouldn't pay that price for what Sterling did. Now,
Oh, yeah, on God, bro.
look, Sterling is trying to lean on Giannis right now to the extent he leaned on Jokic. You can't do that with this team, not with this roster.
No, you can't. But I
He
mean,
trying to recreate the wheel, bro.
we'll see.
I mean,
Probably in
2
Tucker
years,
Hopkins
2
right
years
now,
ago,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah, 2 years ago you could when Giannis played every single game, not when
He in
Giannis is
Tucker
having
office
calf
right now,
injuries.
bro.
Yep, and Tucker
Oh.
not answering that call.
Yeah.
Tucker will allow Jokic to not be in the playoffs, bro.
He said, yeah, we don't need this marquee flunky player in there, bro.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
Tucker, unless you sit there and give away, this is what I don't understand sometimes. Bro. There's some dudes, bro, who I see people trying to trade for, and I just sit back and I be like, bro, is it really worth making that trade? Yeah, this player is that good. Yeah, they consistent. But what are you giving up? How much are you really giving up?
Yeah, I mean, all right. Well, let's move on, man. Sam Brown versus Aaron.
Real quick, Ron, we just had Sterling of the Sheep Fanatics join us.
Oh, welcome, Sterling.
Boo. Anyways,
Y'all some haters, man. Oh my goodness.
We not hating. We just being honest.
Listen, man, y'all disrespect me so much. Listen. What's the subject matter? What are we discussing?
We were just discussing how your team would lose to Chris in the first round.
You're lucky this is a kid-friendly program, so I will not use profanity on this platform.
Thank you. Amen.
But I will. Look, Brad.
Amen. Hey, look, Aaron versus Sam Brown. Who do y'all think will win that in the first round?
I think Aaron.
Aaron.
really?
Yes.
Y'all said Sam Brown said all this pack.
Stop it, man. Come on.
I'm being so serious, bro.
It's
I think
Aaron.
will win.
I don't know, bro. I gotta go say it, bro.
I think Aaron's team is constructed better at the moment than
Like Sam's team is more star heavy. You feel me? Like more top.
It's a decent regular season team, but if you got
I don't know, man. Dame is about to be out for a minute. And it's CJ and the boys over there. So
normal Norm going to try.
No, man.
crazy.
Anthony Simon said, no, man, but just spotlight mine. So it's like,
I mean, still though, even then, that's still 25. Yeah, you can get out of there.
Yo, Aaron is pouring on 489 points right now on Chris squad, bruh. Sam Brown don't stand a chance.
That's why he's like, let's keep this straight. I would have lost to Aaron had he played Desmond Bain.
Oh, you would have lost to a lot of people who had a certain player play, but that's not.
On God, bro. You got like 2, 3.
For sure, bro. You got like half your wins is luck, bro. Half your wins
We
is
can
luck.
go pull up mine.
No, Sterling, what we are finna do is we're gonna look at all the close games that you have won. And
hey man, listen, man, it don't gotta be pretty as long as I win.
No. See, Sterling right now, we really should be talking about Sterling fighting for a spot to get in.
That's why I put him at 13.
Yeah, I agree.
I ain't even see the power ranks. I ain't
13.
So these
He's
are power
13.
rankings.
These are playoff predictions.
He's at number 13 just because I left him off by mistake, but he's at number 13.
Man, don't let me off by mistake. That's
Bro.
tough. It's okay.
Oh, he barely beat me.
He barely beat me.
He didn't beat me.
Shut up, sis. Sis is really Sis is the Dallas Cowboys of the league, bro.
He is. Thank you.
Like, that's what we talk about, man. Sis is the Dallas Cowboys of.
Hold on.
Hey, we need to replace that. We need to replace that Tim meme of him on front that says an accident waiting to happen. We need to put Caesar's face on there.
Nah,
The way y'all are talking.
We can keep Tim on there, bro. Just say injury waiting to happen.
No.
All right. I still think it's Aaron. That's gonna beat Sam Brown.
Y'all said Aaron gonna come in like Brock Lesnar and just destroy.
Absolutely, bro.
He's done it before.
I'm gonna give him the dub. Tim versus Jake.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna keep it a spade. Tim has said that Jake has had his number in the past, and you know what? I'm not afraid to go out on a limb and say Jake is gonna win this one.
Jake's strong and healthy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Tim got Russ. Tim got Pascal. He got
Well, Tim's already short 30 fantasy points because Russ gonna turn the ball over.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Up against LaMelo Ball, you don't want to play that game.
What is that? Sounds like someone's in a tunnel.
Probably Sterling driving.
It's not me. Not me.
Oh,
Probably the
it's
winger.
quiet.
But
Sounds like yeah.
I think I want to lean Tim, but I've seen Jake and I've seen how Jake played this season, and he's just been a hard team to gauge for real, bro.
I mean, I don't know. It's been 3 straight weeks that Tim has put up 2,500 plus fantasy points altogether. Really, to be honest, he's put up 2,600 plus fantasy points in the past 3 weeks. I don't think Jake is going to muster that up at full health. So, personally, I'm going to give it to Tim.
I'm leaning Tim too.
I'm gonna stick with Jake.
Riding with 6'8".
Yeah, bro.
Yo, who else did we discuss so far?
Well, first off, who do you think is going to win that? Jake or Tim?
I think Jake's who else is like those young guys he got.
Okay. All right, Duran, you're the final decider here. Who do you think is going to win between?
Man, I think honestly, slight towards Tim, but I don't really see it, man. I think Jake really can pull it out. He got the young boys he do got are, man. Them niggas are nice.
Listen.
All right. So let's give it to Jake then.
I was about to say, if you see a night where you have LaMelo, Ant Edwards, and Evan Mobley playing at the same time, call the cops.
Hey, bro. Hey, look, we all know what happened. We all know what happened that last year when Jake got into the playoffs.
Dang, he beat Malik when he got points deducted.
And Sam
Yeah, which is wild to me, bro. Matter of that's wild to me that he still pulled that off. And to be honest, yeah, like I said, a lot could a lot of other stuff really could have happened that playoff run. That
Jake should have been in the conference finals and keeping it stat.
No lie. If Jake would have won the finals, bro, that'd have been into the fucking.
If he didn't have the point deduction, bro, that's the crazy thing, bro. He would have been in the
hey,
finals.
y'all would have burned this league down, bro. Y'all definitely would have burned this league down. And I'd have been like, oh, "There's nothing else I can really do. It's out of my hands." But okay, all right. Jake advances to the second round. I can dig it, bro. All right, we got Durant versus Keyshawn, bro.
We already know that. Ain't no problem. Tom
So
Jordan.
you said Durant versus Keyshawn?
Yeah,
I'm going Keyshawn.
that's a star-studded. That's a star-studded matchup. I'm gonna give it to Keyshawn as well.
Keyshawn versus who?
Durant.
Yeah, sorry, Durant.
He only beat me by 100 when we played,
Durant no stand chance.
and I didn't even have Tatum at the time either.
Oh, Tate.
Yeah, nah, I gotta give it to Keyshawn. I think it's 3-0 unanimous on that one.
You've been 30. You've been 30, brother.
Ooh.
Yeah, sorry, dude. Seasway versus Malik.
Oh, what? That's an easy second round matchup, bro. Get him up out of here, bro. He ain't never beat me before, bro.
It was first time for everything.
And that'd be the perfect place too.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I'll be honest.
I don't know, bro. You might have your number on that one. I don't know. Oh no.
He gonna need Chris Middleton to not forget how to play playoff basketball.
Oh my god.
Hey, look, Seasway, I honestly would be scared of Andrew Wiggins in this matchup, bro.
Yeah.
Because he been playing well this year.
Yo,
Oh yeah, I don't like Andrew Wiggins.
Harden, Ayton,
Wiggins,
Jordan Clarkson, Chris Middleton, Dennis Schroeder when he's playing. Like, bro, Dennis Schroeder had 100 fantasy points today.
I know y'all niggas not doing what I think y'all niggas doing, bro. Y'all finna talk y'all way into some bullshit.
Hey,
bro.
I'm giving it to Malik.
Okay.
The Valley
Okay,
Boys.
RJ.
You know what, bro? I see what Malik got, but I'm a lead. I'm gonna give this to Seasway, my recessor, bro.
And this is coming from me calling Malik a peasant. He's a peasant. I got no reason to root for him. But I'm gonna give Malik the pull, man.
Fishy shit going on here.
I'm gonna give it to the.
I mean,
Valley.
look, to be honest, really, to me, in my eyes, this is just a battle of peasants. So we really be honest. So it really don't matter to me who wins. But since we talking about it, I'm gonna go with Malik.
I'm gonna give it to the Valley.
The sun not setting in the second round, bro. I promise you that.
Only if he doesn't perform a bozo trade.
Bro,
That
KP has got to play that week. If he doesn't play, I just don't see it.
Wait, question.
Go ahead.
Did we discuss the most disappointing Flunkies so far this year?
Not yet. We all know it's Sam Hood.
That'll probably be the last one. Be the last topic.
Not Mike?
I mean, Sam Hood was coming off a title win. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, listen, bro, Dallas did it before. Several NBA teams did that.
I mean, Mike and Aaron were both like the two leaders of the conference last year.
it ain't
No,
been
but
too much
Aaron's
fall
like
off
middle of
this.
Aaron's team was like not bad. Just like, he took some L's early.
Took some heartbreaking L's.
Like Mike just drafted horribly off rip. So it's just he set himself up for it.
I mean, you could say the same for Sam Hood too.
Yeah, well, he betrayed the loyal Greek god, bro. He took that foreign boy.
Well, let's finish this up, and then I do want to dig into that. That'll be the last segment. Malik and Seasway. I think we're at 1-1 here. Duran and Sterling. Who y'all got?
Do the right thing, Duran.
No, I don't like being told what to do, man.
he
See,
threatened-
I was gonna say, man.
Listen, man,
See, look, there goes Seasway putting his foot in his mouth again.
Oh God, bro.
I'm gonna say
we'll
Malik,
get it
bro.
to you. We'll get it.
Oh, you
gonna
got
say
Malik
Malik, bro.
Sterling?
I got Malik, bro.
Y'all some trades. You know what?
I get it to you.
Just because I really want to see Sis fail, like you feel me? Like
What Drake say? No friends in the industry, bro. No friends in the industry, bro.
Wait, talking like that competition
Oh
ain't
God,
close,
he
bro.
let me. He ain't at least like I can.
am I supposed to say, yo, bro, I want you to win? Like, no, I don't want any of them. But I have to choose. I'm gonna say Malik.
Yeah.
I told you, Sis really the Clippers and Dallas Cowboys of the NBA Flunkies. I'm all for this.
Damn, Clippers and the Cowboys. That's a tough matchup to be in. All right, you know what? All right, since we're at a tie, we're at a tiebreaker here.
I got a coin right here. We'll flip it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or you can go with the team who's the number 2 in the league.
I say Seaway. That's what I say.
All right. Well, it's still 2-2. All right. We'll call it
number.
Heads
We'll
to
call
Seasway.
it right now. Seasway, you get the call. Heads or tails.
Head.
All right. Seasway's heads. Malik's tails.
I'm glad you get it on something.
We got heads.
We got heads.
Balls on the line, bro.
I'm gonna flip. I got a quarter too. Hold up. I ain't like the outcome.
Oh.
Well, you move on now.
The amount of disrespect, bro. All right, bro. Come on now.
All right, Aaron and Chris, bruh. Ooh.
Yeah, bye, Chris.
I got Chris, bruh. I don't think Aaron should be really getting past this point, right? How things are
I was about to
constructed
say,
at the moment.
I said I got Chris too.
I don't think Chris is going to do it because of the fact if you look at Chris's roster, he got some guys who's going to weed out.
He got some hoopers, yeah.
Yeah, but there's some guys on there that's going to weed out.
Like who?
Listen, bro, he got TJ Warren sitting in his IR slot. You know he's going to try and add him on
Eventually,
and
if he ever
runs
comes
up?
back. Nah, I think it's Chris, bruh. Brunson, DeMar, OG, Ingram, Portis, Christian Wood. That alone should give him the win. Now he's got Harrison Barnes, Klay Thompson, like, and who knows what's gonna happen with Dame? I don't know. So like, yeah, nah. Chris gets that from me, even though Chris is being dominated right now by
By who? By who?
Hey man, that's like the second time that's happened.
He's being dominated right now. All right, you know
By
what?
who?
See, I don't know.
Who he being dominated by?
He's being
bro?
dominated by Aaron right now. I said that earlier. Yeah, for sure. This is tough. I mean, look, Aaron is a team that's known to make runs. You know what? All right. I'm gonna give it to Aaron. I'm gonna give it to Aaron.
Good golly.
I'm gonna get to Aaron. Aaron somehow making a hot streak run at the finals again. All right, so we got Devin and Jake.
I think this is where Jake's luck runs out.
Yeah.
This man Devin, bro, his team could really do no wrong.
Oh no, man. He got Jake
I
got
haven't seen
Lamelli.
it, bro.
Yo,
I haven't seen it.
Jake got Lameliotis, man.
No, Kuzma keep hooping. Devin, that's who's really like.
Yeah, Kuz and Valanciunas to me have been the saving grace of this team.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna give it to Devin. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Devin, but I think it's gonna be close. I think it would be close if that ever happened.
That's Devin.
All right, we're getting closer and closer here. Seasway and Keyshawn again. A rematch.
I'm gonna send him to his grave.
I'm gonna go Keyshawn.
I got Keyshawn.
I got Keyshawn, man.
That monkey not talented enough to make the finals. Okay.
It's okay.
You lost to me by 600.
Okay.
That's how we
got,
talk, right?
yeah, we got. Oof.
Oh my God, yo.
Never thought I'd see it again, bro. Aaron and Devin. The fact that
Aaron made it this far, man.
Yeah, the fact that is wild.
I'm
to
taking
me.
Devin. Yeah.
I got a coin
I'll take
again.
Devin.
Ain't no way Aaron made it further than me,
You taking
bro.
Devin?
Hell no.
I'm taking that.
Ain't no way Aaron's still in this league, but I'm not, bro.
Oh God, I definitely would have won beat Keyshawn there.
I'm sorry.
If Aaron made it this far,
If Aaron made it this far, what?
I definitely would have beat Keyshawn.
Yeah,
hell
I'm
you smoking on?
gonna go with Devin too right now, bro.
Hold on, Durant just said he beat me. If Aaron made it that far, what kind of correlation is that?
Have a better record
Then who?
than Aaron.
Oh, that ain't
You
got
heard
nothing
it
to do with
correctly, Keyshawn.
Keyshawn.
That ain't got shit to do with me.
I think
you
it
took
You
the
better
finish.
figure that out amongst yourself. All right. Well, look, I mean, it's basically the top of the East versus the top of the West right now. And granted, these two teams have yet to play each other in the season.
I don't even know if I want to vote right as of now, but right now I guess I gotta say Devin just because he's the number one team right now.
I'm gonna go Keyshawn. Seeing the fact that they're tied. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's stop it here. We'll stop this bracket here. We won't even say who the winner would be. We'll allow everyone else to decide. So you guys decide who it is that you think would be the winner in something like this. I think it'd be close. I think it'd be a really good matchup. Kuzma, Van Vliet, Trae Young having to go in there and try and scrounge up a win for Keyshawn. I think it'd be a lot of fun. All right, last segment of the day, guys. Most disappointing flunky so far, and I think this could be just about anybody. Just about. There's obvious exceptions, but I mean, we've got folks here who have had heartbreaking losses, some foolhardy trades, some terrible drafting, some pretty not terrible, but some pretty bad drafting. So. And some of these people, the record reflects it. So, in your opinion, who do y'all think are the most disappointing team right now?
Sam Hood, just because he talked so much about being generational. We just didn't know he meant generationally bad.
Hey, bro, I might have to add a front-running trophy of the year, bro. It might have to be front runner of the year because it's a whole lot of front running going on a week ago, a month ago.
First half front runner, bro. Who y'all got, bro?
Seasway.
Nah, bro.
I'm
Chris.
In the front,
nigga, I'm in the front.
It's either Chris or Seasway or Sam Brown.
I'm not a front runner. How can I be a front runner? I'm in the front.
You a peasant to me. That's all I'm saying.
You were just a prime example of front running last week.
I'm in the front, so I can't front runner. I can't front run in front of myself.
A front runner, I thought.
Don't worry, because I'm in front of you.
Good and eventually,
Because he was doing all that chatting until he finally lost, and now he's quiet. That's a front runner. I'm backing up my talk.
Front runners put the cart before the horse.
Seasway an honorable mention, but Chris is right now the leader of the front runner party.
Well, really, to me, it's not close. It's Sam Brown. It's not close. It's Sam Brown. Like, all jokes aside, probably Sam Brown.
Front runner of the year?
Why you say that?
All the talking and garbledness that he was saying a few weeks ago to about a month ago. Yeah, I need to go back and look at the chat. It's either him or Chris.
So he was definitely talking about Pat this, Pat that.
Yeah, and if you want to go, if we're deeming the front runner based on the results, then Sam Brown is technically.
I mean, him and Chris
Brown
are tied.
have the same record.
They have the same exact record.
But in seeding, Sam Brown is technically lower just because of confidence.
It's one of them.
What's their points scored right now? Who's technically above
their
who?
points for? It's Chris.
So Chris is above. Where's Sam Brown at? At 6.
He's
and Chris
at 6.
Is at 4. So at that point, Sam Brown would be the front.
It was all good just a few weeks ago. Top of the league and all that. CJ was doing some front running too when he was at the supposed top of the league. Had to
for a brief
bump him
moment.
off there for a few seconds. We've humbled him, Keyshawn. Congratulations.
I had to, bro. Somebody
That's
need
cool.
to put
That's
a
why.
pinky
That's
in
why
that.
he's not up here. That's why he's not up here. It's Sam Brown or Chris. But
I'm
this is,
taking Chris because Chris was trying to be a commissioner and everything.
He was. I'll be honest. That's where I might leave with Chris. bro,
yo,
because
that
Chris
was pretty.
dropping
That was
commission
pretty. Yeah. Yeah,
And
I
then-
remember that.
And then, bro, the excuses too. Chris was just like, "Oh, what are you so proud about beating my team when we're not healthy?"
Yo,
That
he said
man
that
really
for
was
quite a
talking
few
crazy,
weeks.
bro.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, Chris has got to be front runner of the year right now. But most disappointing team, it's gotta be. Oh,
I'm leaning
it's a
towards
lot
Mike,
of disgusting teams right now. I mean, like,
even though Sam Hood is garbage right now, and I should be
it
crucifying
should
him
be
for that
Sam
rookie.
Brown. It really should. Like, well, who do you think it is, Keyshawn?
Sam Brown.
No,
he was
not
trash last
Sam
year.
Brown. Sam Hood. I'm sorry.
As
Sam Hood.
much as I want to crucify Sam Hood, because he always get at me for rookie of the year, X, Y, and Z, I'm giving it to Mike because boy, oh boy, Mike has cried wolf so many times in this daggone chat when we all knew, hey, look, bruh, you holding on to Giannis very long and you have nothing going on for you. He's literally in the predicament that I deem Sterling in right now. You got all these guys out here and you got Giannis trying to lead the team. Sterling has third stringers out there. There's a difference. Mike has actual legit players there, but when they're hurt or out with COVID, you have to make a move. You got to break some dudes down because right now, when you're losing, you can't bank on that one heavy hitter to do 800 fantasy points in 1 week.
Yeah, I guess his lack of movement when his team was most stagnant is probably going to be the biggest reason why he did not make the playoffs.
And Ben Simmons and Goran Dragic sitting on your team.
Well, those were bad draft picks. So I guess the combination of losing, bad record, lack of mobility with your team, terrible drafting.
My opinion, Mike Flunky of the year, bro.
I mean, he's got to be in the lead. I mean, I don't know, bro. I will say this: I've never seen such a far fall from grace that Sam Hood has had from being a champion, getting the number 2 overall pick, to being at the bottom of the Yo, Sam Hood could not make the playoffs. Like, we're talking about a guy who just, like I said, champion, number 2 pick in the draft.
Listen, that
is he's losing right now.
That thing is coincidental, bruh, because if Jake doesn't have a point man against Sam Hood last season, Jake wins.
Yeah, see, I'm basically calling this karma.
It's coincidental, bruh. We had the COVID chip, now we got the coincidental chip.
The coincidental chip. Yeah.
Well, that's very interesting, and I think I'm gonna cut it there. This has been a very long podcast, and first off, I just want to thank all of you guys coming out, showing out. This is any slander of my name that I gotta defend. Did we slander Sam Brown like that? I mean, he was a front runner, so that's probably the biggest
Front running.
We called you a front runner.
We still have some terrible traders. Terrible traders of the year still go to our usual suspect. Tim. Bunk Buddy's still going at it.
Nah, Chris got the worst trade of the year right now, bro. He traded Tyler Hero and and Andre Drummond for Klay Thompson part-time.
Yeah, that was nasty, bro.
He thought it was gonna be like Kyrie.
To be honest, bro, that would have been the most even trade. Klay for Kyrie.
But here's the thing: Clay's never been a big fantasy point getter. That's why I don't understand why he was so pressed, bro. That's what stopped RJ from grabbing him, bro. Because RJ was considered him, bro.
Yep, considering him heavily. Like Tim wanted him for Cole, and I'm like, Cole is playing way better, and he's severely undersized than Klay Thompson. Like C-Sway said, Klay Thompson, historically speaking, has never ever been a big fantasy point getter. Yeah, he'll have like a few games here and there that'll be like, whoa.
Hey, Sterling.
Also, too, though, like defense don't really translate to the fantasy points a lot of times. Unless really you like.
Yeah, I think this year
a bunch of steals.
I think this year as close as we've gotten.
Hey, Sterling. But
he gone.
I'll say this. As far as I remember,
I'm here. No, what's up?
Sterling, we're 3 years into this flunky stuff. As far as I remember, we haven't seen, you and I personally have not seen fantasy Klay Thompson yet in any way, shape,
No,
or form.
I have not.
Okay, so my whole thing,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I never saw Klay Thompson, but I did know one thing when it came to Klay. I'm like, Klay will score the ball and he'll get threes. And as much as I would have liked to take Klay, because Klay is cool, I had to sit there and look at it. I'm like, well, Klay doesn't do really much playmaking with the ball. He's a good defender. He might get you some steals, but it's not like you're getting.
No, it's not like he's crashing the boards, anything.
Yeah, like we're not seeing that come from Klay. To me, Klay is one of those. He's one of those guys who I would say maybe that numbers might add up. He might be a 70 fantasy point guy, like high 60s sometimes, but I would say 70, 75-ish.
Yeah,
that depends.
I mean
depends on quantity of threes.
Bro, he can't even get 50. He can barely get 53 fantasy points right now. Like, I get it. He's still working back from injury and everything. So I guess maybe the fact that he can get that much is kind of amazing. But,
yeah, I'm just going based off.
He's gonna struggle. He's gonna struggle to get that. So yeah, the fact that that Chris could make that trade and still deem it that it was a good trade, like, no, you just helped build Tim's team out again.
And he
tried it. They've been trying.
And we tried to veto it. We vetoed the first one.
I'm telling you, I'm like, yo, the value doesn't add up. I'm like, and they were clamoring over a reason. It's like, first off, most people with a pretty good basketball knowledge could kind of see that value isn't going to be
comparable.
Is it going to be? He would say KD for Tatum and Allen rivals that trade. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could say that. I gave up quite a bit for that.
Yeah.
I will say the biggest difference, though, is that trade was done so early. Like, the biggest difference with that trade is you could see what the production was for all the players that were involved. We're making you guys made a hypothetical trade, not once, but twice. Early trades always have a clear winner. So why involve me as an example of that trade with Chris? That doesn't make sense.
Speaking of trades,
it doesn't make sense at all.
You said speaking of trades.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
Still makes it a bad trade.
Wondering if this trade gonna splash the podcast or not.
You could say the KD trade is a bad trade. I probably at this moment in hindsight I wouldn't disagree with you, but that's exactly what I'm saying with the Klay Thompson trade. And I don't think the KD trade is worse than that Klay Thompson trade. Klay Thompson can't even get 50 fantasy points, but KD can get 100 fantasy points. He can get me 100. Jason Tatum on certain days can get you 100, depending on when he feels good.
He said when he feels good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, when he feels good. I mean,
when Thompson goes supernova, yeah.
Yeah, when Klay goes supernova, sure. But that first off, that first trade, what was that? Tyler Hero and yes,
And Drummond.
but yes, my trade did end up very lopsided. But that's not what y'all said. And when the trade was made, oh no, it's a good trade. It's a fair trade. Oh no, 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 no. I just wanted Jarrett Allen, who was missing layups at the rim, that he was doing his job. He wasn't doing his job. Wide open layups, not one game, but multiple games. Now, could I have stuck it out? Sure.
But you want to take that time.
Not in that early moment. 7-6 right now. I'm pretty cool right now. Nobody saw Allen being that good this year. No, I did. I definitely did. I said 15. I said 15 and 10. I think he somewhere knew that.
I don't know how you couldn't have seen Allen getting that jump. I mean, after he got traded last year, I mean, we only saw really half of the season of Jarrett Allen being a starter after that trade last year. So, you know, with him getting the starting nod, like at that point, I was more concerned about what Markkanen was going to look like and what Evan Mobley would look like, because Jarrett Allen was obviously going to be used heavily in that screen and roll with Darius Garland.
Why make that trade back then? Because he's missing wide open layups at the rim. Sure, we could talk about his potential the whole time, but this is my thing. Is I saw eventually what the value was, and you know what I did? This is the biggest difference with all this. Is I made that trade to go get him back. I traded him Julius Randle for Jarrett Allen, which is basically the same trade that I made in the beginning.
And then the worst thing, if you don't mind me interjecting.
So I won that trade. That's the difference. I won the trade. I got Jarrett Allen back and KD still on my team, even though he's injured at the moment, unfortunately.
Realistically, I'm going to put it like this. The reason why I deemed Ron J's trade at first was bad. I mean, he did get Jarrett Allen back. But realistically, Tim and Chris traded away a guy who was inactive up front. Now to find out he's not going to be playing back-to-backs in order to get Tyler Hero, a guy who's playing consistently, and Andre Drummond, who he no longer has. He literally gave up Andre Drummond for really nothing because he got Willie Herron Gomez back in that trade, who hadn't played for 2 straight games. So he gifted Devin, Andre Drummond, and Eric Gordon on a silver platter in exchange for Trez. You want to talk about lopsided?
It's bad. It's bad. I don't see how this became about me, but I just know that Klay Thompson trade was bad. The Klay Thompson trade was bad, and we tried to stop it once. But at the second time, I'm like, oh, all right, if y'all really want this, accept it.
And that Trez trade ain't no better, bruh.
Wait, the Trez trade with Chris and Tim?
Tim's trade with Devin was Andre Drummond and Eric Gordon for Montrezl Harrell and Willie Herron Gomez. Note, Willie Herron Gomez had played 3 games and then had 2 DNPs. And in those 3 games, he had 2 games, I believe, with under 20 fantasy points, as well as he didn't even play more than, I think, 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's a wild jump, bro.
You handed over Eric Gordon.
And the thing is Willie Hernan Gomez isn't even on his team anymore.
He's in free agency, bro. Yo, check Hernan Gomez, bro. He hasn't played a game.
But so Chris is, I mean, Tim's trying to make that point, but he knew Willie Herman Gomez was playing, so that's why I don't understand.
Like, essentially, the trade realistically was Trez for Andre Drummond and Eric Gordon. Trez is playing well, but is he worth the value of both Drummond and Gordon cohesively?
Probably not.
Because remember, Trez is a 60 fantasy point player. We just saw a 2-for-1 in that deal. He's talking about Amir Coffee.
I made back EG value with coffee. Okay, you got Amir Coffee from free agency. It's a pretty good deal, knowing what we know about Paul
was
George.
that?
Amir Coffee is a card for the Clippers.
Yeah, that was by coincidence.
Yeah, by coincidence. Like we're not.
We're
I
not
don't
giving
see.
you a
I just
pat
don't
on the
see.
back for a
Bro,
coincidence.
people should not be making trades banking on free agency, bro. That's a bad deal.
This is the worst time to bank
That's a
on
bad deal. Ever, you should never make a trade banking on the idea that you'll find something in free agency to help fill the void. It's not to hold you over, it's to fill the void.
Tim said essentially Drummond EG for Montrez and Coffee. That's not what happened, bro. That's not what happened.
Yeah, I reject that.
You're trying to insert Amir Coffee as if he was part of that deal and he was of equal collateral. If Paul George doesn't get hurt, Amir Coffee is non-existent.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it works out for him now. I just don't. This isn't a good enough defense as to why you made a bad trade, and there is no defense for Chris making a bad trade for Klay Thompson, who can barely get 50 fantasy points. So whatever. I'm gonna end it there, guys.
Hold on. But
What are you finna say?
hold on.
Hit accept.
Wait, Durant, I'm trying to do the other one. You got to send the other one though.
Here we
What's the
go.
name?
Yo, we're gonna stall this out just to make a trade.
Because I can't. It won't let me send it though. The one with men instead.
Oh, all right.
Oh, we're about to see some nasty
this
work.
is finna-
There's some evil foot about to happen, bro. Niggas really just trying to make a headline, bro. And watch, bro. I can see something happening where Seasway gets off of KP in this trade, bro.
It's gonna be some wild. It's gonna be wild.
Ron, I guarantee you. So for Durant to even want to call, bro.
Wait, but here's the thing though. Here's the thing.
No.
I'm just waiting for Durant to send the other version because I can't take one of these people off. It really won't let me send the trade. And I'm gonna blame RJ and his commissioning skills for that.
How the fuck are you gonna blame me for something?
Okay,
that I
so
can't
I'm gonna say,
control?
hold
What
on,
kind of
look
shit
at this
is
one,
that?
Obviously, hearing that.
What'd you say, Durant?
I just sent you another one, but I'm
Obviously,
right
Ronjay, between you and I, since
Look at that one.
Seasway said it's your awful commissioning, that means there's something going on with Jeremy Grant that's happening because Durant must be buying into the fact Jeremy Grant.
Bro, you can't trade anyone who's in the IR, dumbass. Like I don't know. You can't.
So Jeremy Grant was part of it.
He's not active on your roster. You can't make the trade.
Durant's in the trade, bro.
Okay, so Jeremy Grant's in this deal.
How and what is that? Even if you can, what is that gonna do with me?
And then obviously,
RJ, look, don't take it personal, commish.
It's not personal. It's just stupid. What is it gonna do with me?
Ronjay, look,
if there was a way that I could solve for it, I would gladly do it.
Well, we're gonna look past this nonsense because obviously Devin Booker's.
I can't trade for somebody, but Durant can. That's why he has to.
Yeah, Durant can, but yeah, you can't. It won't allow you to because it'll give you an error. It'll give you an error.
Seasway is trying to buy a package to get Devin Booker.
Look, T-Sean, but what they got? What that mean?
Very evil work afoot.
and I'm nervous to make this trade. I'm just trying to do it on the pod just so I can be the most recent person.
That's fine. We all know
Durant's fingers don't work.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous too, man. But fuck it.
Nah, don't. Hey, look, don't pressure yourselves into making this over the podcast. That ain't that big a deal.
Listen, I feel like Woj right now breaking this whole thing down between them. Look, I just said players. I could be completely wrong, but I know I'm right.
I sent you.
I could just be talking bullshit.
Yeah, this is going to be so wild, bro.
I don't want to see, bro. There's some evil foot and some nasty work behind it, bro.
Bro, look, for
gonna be mad if the
some
council
reason it's not
vetoes
letting me
this.
hit. You say you must drop at least one player to clear your roster for incoming player. I'm dropping a player.
Oh, we know who you dropping. Seasway going to stab you in the back again, bro. He's going to stab you in the back again, bro. I promise y'all, bro. Yo, watch, bro. This trade is going to read something Jeremy Grant for something Devin Booker, and Seasway drops Killian Hayes, bro. Let it pop across my phone in the next few seconds. Y'all aren't slick, bro.
It says too many players on roster, maximum 13. I'm dropping a nigga, but it won't let me. Is it because Oubre and Oubre down there? I need to remove him from my IR.
Oh my God, are you finna trade Oubre?
Nah, I'm just trying to Oubre in my IR. I'm trying to hit accept, but it won't let me hit accept.
Because it knows the app knows this is nasty work going on, bro.
Look, it's got to be either two reasons. It's either because of the IR, and you're trying to trade someone who's on the IR, which I said earlier. I don't think you can make that trade unless you put them on the active roster,
which means you'd have to drop somebody already.
No, I'm gonna try to send you one right quick.
Because it's
another one to test that out.
Or it's because it's in the trading period.
Hold on, I say activate. I might have to activate one of these niggas.
But it won't go through till tomorrow though.
Oh yeah,
no. If it won't go through on your end, but if I vote on it, at least this is how it went last year. If I voted on it right now, it would actually go through on the spot.
Yep.
If I upheld it or vetoed it, it would go through on the spot, because that's what happened last year.
So Durant sent me he
you guys are really like, look, are y'all gonna get this thing done or
look, it's trying to get it.
The inbox, it's out. I already sent the trade out.
I'm hitting accept. It just won't do it because of whatever's going on.
Well, then you got to make it work. So you got to drop somebody.
Or if you gotta bring old boy out of IR then.
Who? Which one? So
the one I'm trying to get.
We all know it's Jeremy Grant. You don't got to be secretive.
You got to bring him out
of there and dropping one guy, and RJ can push it through.
No.
But
we're in the play period right now. I won't push anything through at the moment.
No, once you bring Jeremy Grant out of IR, it's not gonna go through until tomorrow. So then
why can't y'all do this tomorrow?
Like 2 a.m.
That's my thing. Is why can't we do this tomorrow?
They want to do it on the pod, bro. It's literally a clout chasing thing. Bro, there's nothing more than clout.
Bro, hey, look, fans, family, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate y'all. Have a great night. Happy MLK Day. Go do something of